Bridget Bartlett here. I am the president of visionmarketinganddesign.com, and today we are live inside of my Vision Marketing and Design Team training, where we are live every Monday through Friday, 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So, if this is your first time joining us, welcome. If you're watching on YouTube or Facebook, just know that I only monitor the questions live inside of my group, and I'm going to log in here in just a second. If you're interested in joining so that you can monetize your purpose and start saving time and money by putting your business marketing on autopilot, then you definitely want to join Team Vision. So to become a member, all you need to do is click there at visionmarketinganddesign.com, and then you can see we actually have a promo video here that is also a template if you guys want to check that out. But so we do, like I was saying, live training Monday through Friday, 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Fridays are Q&A sessions, so you can actually join me in the Zoom and ask all of your questions. It's really cool because I can share my screen too as well and help you kind of navigate the tools or whatever your strategy is. Also, I have over $10,000 in courses. My members save 50% on all the templates, which we put a new template out every single week. We also have freelancer opportunities. So if I get a lot of client work, so I always hire my team first. And I also offer private coaching as well. So definitely check that out. If you want to become a member, all you need to do is click there to join our team. And you'll see right now, if you join before the end of the month, it's free for everyone. Okay, so if you don't have a Builderall account, definitely recommend click here to get a Builderall account, and then come back here. You'll get a promo code. You'll be emailed a promo code. So come back here and purchase this plan, but you won't get charged anything. Okay, so if you are a Builderall member already and you want to join my program and make sure that you get in for free and get all the membership benefits, you can enter this promo code, but it will deactivate at the end of the month. Okay, and then it's going to be $47 a month. If you get in now, you won't get charged. Okay, so having said all that, let me go ahead and log in here, and let's see, and I want to catch the live page. Soon as you log in here, you'll see I've tried to make this as simple as possible. You can navigate wherever you want to go. I want to go to the live broadcast page. So here is where I am. I'm going to enter my name. Possible you can. Okay, so it does look like Frankie is here. Hello, Frankie. Shawana, Maria. Hello, hello. Okay, I'm going to move these over. We're going to continue our training today on how to get leads on social media, or whether you're doing organic marketing or paid ads. You want to have a lead magnet. Okay, so a lead magnet, this is what we're building right now, is basically something that you offer for free. Okay, there's lots of ways that you can get this without actually having to write an ebook, which is PLR products. It's my favorite thing. I love to use PLR products because I don't like to write, but you can get some PLR products that are private label rights, and you can rebrand them as your own. Rebranding is the important part. A lot of people just put the typical PLR with the same cover, and it's just not as effective as it is if you're branding your own business and your own, magnet, and then you can put things in it. And we talked about how to customize it. We even created the cover. So if you missed any of that training, definitely go back to the replay section, or you can watch on my YouTube channel and be able to watch the rest of that training. So we've already created the opt-in page, and let me actually go back here and show you the pages just in case you missed the training, so that it does make sense to you. So let me go in here. So I showed you the opt-in page, and here is going to be the second page of the funnel. So they enter their email address in, and then they go to this page here where it says check your email. We just sent your free guide. If you don't receive it within 5 minutes, da 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 da. But we're also offering the opportunity to join Team Vision. Okay, so like I said, I'm going to give you guys this template so you can start using it. And this button right here is actually linked to additional URL 10 because that is where the Join Team Vision affiliate link, and we talked about that again yesterday. So definitely watch that if you missed it. But somebody asked, and let me look at the chat here. I think it was Shawana asked, if our tag 10 has already been used, how do we change it? All you have to do is right click the button and then set the link to something else. You could just paste the link if you want to. Actually, let me show you here before we get started, because I just want to make sure that you all understand, because I know that's something that I've been asked a few times, so I wanted to make sure that I didn't miss it. Okay, so in this button, whether you're using the RPM or any other system, because one of the cool things about Builderall is we do have that ability to use auto tags. So what an auto tag is, if you just click set link, you'll see Builderall auto tags. This basically, you're tagging this, or you're saying, hey, whatever is in this field right here in the back office, that's what I want this button to link to. Okay, so if you already have something in your URL 10 and you want to change this button, all you have to do is click here and you can put your link here. I'm so sorry, my office phone's ringing. Okay, sorry about that. All right, so that's what you need to do to change it. Okay, it's not really hard, or you can choose a different auto tag and put your link in there. Okay, so let me get out of here now. And I want to X out of all these things. Okay, so we do need to have our pages. So I'm just going to pull up these pages. All right, so just so you understand the whole funnel so far, they're opting in to get their ebook. Then they go to this page here where it says, hey, check your email. Remember, this is a double opt-in. So we're still maintaining a quality list, but we're doing it in a different way than just sending them to this page where it just says, hey, go check your email. So to get their free guide, they have to click the link in the email to get it, but we're not going to miss this opportunity to promote our offer. Okay, so this is a super, super simple but effective way to get leads. Okay. And then, of course, you have your thank you page where they're going to they click the link in the email, and then it opens up a web page which automatically confirms their email because they did the 2 actions. And then they'll go to this page. And again, we want to invite them to Team Vision. So again, this GIF right here is connected to additional URL 10. So if you want to change that, all you have to do is right click and set the link. Okay, so now that we've said all that, let's go into Mailing Boss. This is the fun part that everyone's been waiting on, okay? So if you're brand new to Builderall, just so you know, you have 40 plus tools, and I actually just showed you something accidentally, but so you have 40 plus tools, and the cool thing about is the cool thing about Builderall is that it has Mailing Boss. Okay, so you have your website builder and you have your email autoresponder, and that is the most important. Those are the 2 most important tools you're going to use in email marketing, okay, or any marketing. You have the website builder, which is Cheetah Website Builder. You also have Mailing Boss. We also have WordPress and some other really cool stuff coming. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and enter Mailing Boss. And remember, we started by creating a workflow. So I'm going to enter in my workflows here, go to workflows, and you'll see AI ebook is what we called it. And all we did so far was create a list. Okay, we just created a list and connected it to our funnel. So again, if you missed that training, definitely go back and watch that. So all we have here is just a list. We've not set the fields. We've not done anything. Okay. So what I want to do is I'm going to actually click here to update the list. This is the first thing we want to do because we want to make sure that our list is, is updated, right? So here we can choose advanced functions. I'm not really going to go over a lot of this because, I can literally get bogged down in this whole process, but I want to make it simple for you guys. Okay. So the things we need to really be concerned about are the fields. And the reason that we need to be concerned about the fields is because we don't want to just collect the email. We want to collect the first name as well. So I'm going to go click here to add a text field, and then we're going to call this first name. And for marketing, you really only have to collect the first name. If you're using this for some other business purpose other than marketing, maybe you do need to add more than the first name, but for marketing, typically the first name is fine. I like to type in first name and then the colon and then enter here. It just looks better on the form, but you can just type first name or do whatever you want. And then the tag that I use for first name is F name, and I do that consistently. So any of the sales funnels that you purchase, you'll notice that it's all F name. And the reason that that's consistent is because when I do my email sequences, I'm going to address them as F name so that it brings in their first name. But I want to be consistent throughout all of my sequences, because if I do one and it just says name, then it's just going to show that tag and look really, generic and whatever. So I always use F name. And then I'm going to say, yes, I do want to require that information. And I want it to be the first field in the form. Okay. So email, the only thing I need to do with that is just set it to 2 because I want it to be the second field in the form. So I'm going to click Save Changes. Now I'm done with that. I'm going to go to Pages. Okay. Now here is where I'm going to click here, and this is what my confirm email is going to look like. Okay. But I don't want it to look so generic. Okay. So what I could do is add, an email header here. Like, let's see, I know that I have some in here. Let me search email header. You see, I have some sample ones here. We'll just use this one for a sample. So you just create an email header. You can use Canva for that. This is really important because this is the first step that you're branding yourself. Okay. So you want to make sure that every time they open your emails, that it is the consistent branding and you're reminding them of who you are and why they opted in the first place. Okay. So obviously I'm not going to use this Builder All Pizza email header, but it's important to know, it's every step of the way is important. All right. So you can do this here on my email, excuse me, my email header. You can even add like an image of a button or something you can do on Canva, and then paste the link here and then say click here. So lots and lots of options. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and delete this though, because I'm going to actually give you guys this funnel and I don't want that to be the header. Okay. If you choose to do it, great. If not, it's fine. And I also don't like for this confirm your subscription email. This is so generic. So what I actually like to do is make this the first email in my sequence. And I'll show you how I do that in just a second. Let me here we go. So you'll see here I have 7 emails already written. Now, when I do this for the emails, what I like to do is, again, I like to put in my tag automatically here, okay? It's going to be this style of bracket, and it's going to be F name or whatever you decide to make it. It can be anything you decide. And then for company name, I like to use this tag because, especially when I am creating templates that are going to be transferred, if I put this tag here, whatever the company name is inside of Mailing Bus as the default, it's going to put there. So a lot of times we fill out, we do our account profile in Builderall and we say what our company name is, and that's what it's going to pull in as the company name. That's why when you guys purchase all the templates, you can pull it in and not have to do any setup for the email marketing because it's all done by tags. Okay, so that's why it's so simple and so amazing that we have these tags. Okay. So what I've done is I've just written the emails here. I've added my tags so that now I can just copy and paste. Okay. So this first email, it says, let's see here. Let me see where okay. I think this is not the first email that I want, and I'll tell you why. Because I want the email, let me go in here because I told you this is a PLR product. So this is what it looks like. And let's see, there's a report usually, but I think since this is an ebook, it's not going to have it. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm just going to change the text of this to say, we'll just make it the first one. Sorry, I'm all over the place. All right, we'll just say this is the first one. What I'm going to do is literally, now I don't know. Let me read through this email and just make sure that it makes sense. Let's not do that. Let's do 7 emails, and we're just going to change this. Okay, so we're going to write here, hello, and let's go ahead and put a tag. So I can actually, if you want to know where the tags are, if you don't have it planned out like I do, you can click here to available tags, and you'll see all of the tags available for this email. So we can just highlight the F name, or you can just type it in there. So let me see. I'm just going to right click and copy, and then I'm going to close. I'm going to go back here and then Control Shift V to paste. All right. So it says, hello, F name. And let me delete this one. And right now it says, please click here in order to confirm your subscription on the list. That's a terrible email, because that would say, please click here in order to confirm your subscription on the list AI ebook. Now that's not appealing. Who's going to really want to click on that? So let's say instead, congratulations on your AI for entrepreneurs. Congratulations on your AI entrepreneurs guide. And then let's give some value here. And let's say AI is changing the landscape of business and marketing processes. And then let's see, changing the landscape. Okay, but we don't want to make this too long, right? We just want to make sure that they click that. So we're just going to say, congratulations on your AI for Entrepreneurs Guide. AI is changing the landscape of business and marketing processes. Here is your guide. Actually, let's say, we'll go back here and we will just keep this here. We'll make this a capital C. And we'll delete the little c. I'm so technical, right? Click here to get your guide. Actually, we'll do this. Click here and get your guide. I'm going to do Control X and and I'm just going to get rid of this. Control V, paste. So click here to get your AI for entrepreneurs. Nah, I don't want to say that again. Okay, click here to get your guide and discover how AI is changing the landscape of business and marketing processes. If for any reason you cannot access the link, please copy da 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 da. Okay, so this is going to say thank you. And when they click here, they're going to send them to whatever page we tell them to go to. Okay, we have to still set that. So right now, we're not going to worry about that. We're just going to make sure that this makes sense, that it looks pretty. Let's go ahead and reduce a little space. We could also add a footer here if we wanted to. But for the sake of not making this training 9 hours long, I'm going to say we love this, and we're going to do save and next. Okay, so now that is saved. Let's go back to pages. And then the next thing that we need to be concerned about are the subscription confirmed and the update profile, okay? Because here is where we need to tell Mailing Boss where we want them to go when they click that email. When they click the little click here to get your guide, we need to tell Mailing Boss where to send them when they do that, okay? So where we want to send them is the thank you page. So I'm going to copy this, and I'm going to go back here. Actually, okay, so there's several ways of doing this. Let me not confuse you. And I'm just going to tell you, just mainly be concerned with the update profile. And the reason that I'm stumbling on this is because it is kind of confusing, and I get this question a lot. The update profile is the link. Let's say that you get your email or your lead gets the email, and they're at the grocery store and they click it and they look at it and they're like, oh, it's my turn to check out. So I'll check this out when I get home. They get home, they click the link again, and it's going to send them to this ugly update profile. Okay, it's gray, it's ugly, and you don't really want them to go there. You just want them to be able to go to the original page to get their ebook, right? So what you can do is go to advanced, and then right here on this line is where you want to paste the link to the thank you page. Okay, now there's no domain connected here. Um, so, um, you should definitely connect a domain. All right. So let's just go ahead and we're going to save and next. So that saves that. So basically, by putting that link there, we've overridden this form. Okay. So it's not going to send them to this page here. It's going to send them to this page here. Okay. So what we need to do now that we've updated that is we need to go back to our sales funnel here, and we're going to click on the opt-in form. And we're going to click on our form and go to set links. Actually, let's do this first. Let's reconfigure so that it realizes that we updated the list. So let's go to set list, and we're going to choose our AI ebook again and save. And then as soon as we do that, you'll see first name, enter here. That appears because we added that, right? Since the last time that we created our list. So I'm just going to move this down a little bit and kind of rearrange it, make sure that it looks good and makes sense. Let me move this down a little to give some space. And we can center. Okay, we are good. Let me just go ahead and save, but we're not done. There's 2 more things we need to do. Christy says, hello, Team Vision. Awesome mailing boss training today. Yay! Okay, so now we're going to click on the form again, and we're going to go set link. This is something else that people always get so confused on, and I get it. I totally did too. So here is where you need to tell the form, okay, where do we want to send them when they have not yet confirmed? All right, so we're going to click here, and remember, they opt in. Where are we going to send them to? Without them getting the email, without them doing anything. Immediately, as soon as they opt in, where are we sending them? We're sending them to the Team Vision page, okay, which is actually the second page in the funnel. So we're going to click select. Now, when they confirm their email, meaning when they click the link in that email, where are we going to send them to? We're going to send them to the thank you page, okay? So let's click select and save and save and save and save and save and save, and that's fine. And now everything is configured, okay? Everything's connected properly. We should not have to worry about that ever again, okay? Unless you go back and you do some, you update your list again, and you may need to come back here and make sure that it's configured, okay? But right now, we don't need to worry about our funnel anymore, all right? So let's go back to Mailing Boss. Let's go to the workflow. And now here we have just our list. Okay, so now we've updated the list. We've gotten our sales funnel connected. Now it's time to create the email sequence. All right, so we're going to click here, and we're going to go to email sequence. So you can create a new sequence, or you can choose one that you already have. Since we've not created one yet, we're going to create a new one, and we're going to call this AI for entrepreneurs. Let me capitalize for entrepreneurs. And this is the same list, so that's good. And it says send to future subscribers only. And now we need to tell it how many emails. So I said we had 7. So we have 7 emails we're going to create in the sequence. So I'm going to click create. Okay, and okay. Now, you'll see here, this is very, very important. You'll see that these emails are paused right now, okay? You don't want to activate them until you're completely done. You'll save yourself a huge bunch of headaches, okay? So I'm going to go ahead and save this. And one thing that I like to do is before I start this, I like to create a template. Okay, so to create a template, you can go over here and go to templates, and then go to my templates and create new. And I do have some training in the replays. There's also training in the knowledge base to help you create a template. But I do that before I go to this part because I don't want to have to put all my social media links and all that stuff in. So here's what we're going to do. Let's start with the very first email. and we'll click email information, filter tags. So here is the very first thing that we need to worry about. Typically, you don't really need to do anything here. Okay, so if this is all confusing to you, it's fine. Don't worry about it. Click save and next. If you are familiar, that's where you can set a lot of things that I'm not going to bother you with right now because I'll just confuse you. So if you have a template, of course, you don't have to have a template. You can bring in your headers, you can type in your email, you can do whatever you want here. But it just makes it so much easier if you bring in your template. So the way that you do that is you click change, select template, and then you can go to any of yours that you have. And I have, let's do funnels. So this is what my header and my footer looks like. I'm actually going to delete this because I want you guys to be able to use it. So I'm going to just delete these. But that's why it's so cool when you create a template and then you can just bring it in like that. And it's just that simple. Okay. It also helps you. You already have the tags. You already have, all of your images and links, especially if you decide to use like the social media down here. If you want to bring those in and put all of your social media links, you can do that. And it's just time consuming. So it's all about, saving time. Time is money, right? Okay, so now we have our first email. Let's go up here to email 1. You'll see we have the subject line. We have, all of this content here. So we're going to just copy. I'm just going to scroll down. I already have my tags. I'm going to click Control C to copy. And I'm going to come back here and I'm going to highlight everything. And then I'm going to click Control Shift V to paste. Okay, so if you do that, if you don't do Control Shift V, then it's going to paste and it'll be all bold and it'll look really weird. But if you do Control Shift V instead of Control V, then it pastes normal, I guess you could say. So here is our content. Of course, you can make it however you want to. This is also why I like to use the headers and footers, because while you can put your links throughout the email, I don't like to be so presentingly spammy. There are some times that links are definitely appropriate, but I just like to have them in my header and footer, and then I feel like the person reading the email is not overwhelmed by links. And I don't know. That's just my personal thing. I'm not a master email marketer. So if somebody knows more than me, I don't know. But so here is what you want to do. You want to read through this. You want to make sure that it's all relevant to you and your business. And if you can throw in some links, or maybe you did a YouTube video on AI or something like that, of course you can throw that in there. It's so important to make this your own, okay? Because the whole point of what we're doing is for you to build your own brand. Okay, it's not about so much like, it's not about the affiliate product you're promoting. It's about you as a business and your brand and the value that you offer the world, and the way that you can monetize that is with affiliate marketing. But affiliate, like Builderall, is not your company. That's Eric Salgado's company, right? Vision Marketing and Design is not your company. That's my company. You have your own company, and it's so important for you to brand your own company, okay? Because that way, you can change the product. Let's say Builderall went out of business, in 2 years, and you have built up your whole brand about Builderall. Now what are you going to do? Right? But if you've branded yourself and you've created an authority in your niche or niche, or however you want to say it, then you just switch products. Okay. So the goal is always to build your own brand. So when you're sending these emails, keep that in the forefront of your mind, how important that is. Okay. You want to make sure that you're using your branded colors and you're doing all of that. Okay. So the tags are already in here. So I'm going to go ahead and just click save and next. And you'll see here, we want to put our subject line. So I'm going to add my subject line, which is up here. So AI and virtual assistants. I'm just going to copy and I'm going to go paste here. And another thing that's important when you're doing templates is you want to use the tags. Okay, this is a super cool, this is really kind of a secret hack. Okay, so Christy says, all the new little tips for the email template and setup are so helpful. Thank you, Bridget. You're so welcome. What you can do here is obviously you can leave this like this. If you're just doing this for your own business, it's no, you could just leave it exactly how it is. Okay. But I did want to show you, since I'm here, that you can actually use the different tags. So it says from name. If I go to available tags and I choose um, mailing boss from name and I have this tag, what that does is it's going to, as soon as you transfer a website or a funnel, it automatically transfers the connected email sequence, okay, which is so super cool. But if you don't have this tag here and you just have your name, it's going to import your name. Okay. But if you put in this tag, then it's going to pick up whatever is in the company profile up here inside Mailing Boss. Okay. So same with reply to, you can click available tags and click the mailing boss reply to. And for this one, you want to just click this. This is the default mailing boss email that that allows you to transfer without having the email sequence pause. It gets complicated, but anyway, this is the answer to that. And of course, you can put anything here. Do you want to send it their to name? Do you want it to be their email, or do you want it to be their first name? So we'll just say first name. Okay. So again, I don't want to overwhelm you. You don't have to worry about any of this here. All you really have to worry about is the subject line. Okay. And if you want to add a tag here, like to say, Jeff, comma, AI and virtual assistant, you could do that. Okay. So next step, save and next. Okay. So now here you can say, how long after they subscribe do you want to send this? Now, typically you don't have to worry about any of this. Okay. It's just as long as you started from the top, it's going to do one every single day. But of course, if you wanted to change it to maybe you want this 0 days because you want to send immediately. But remember, we did send them an email already to confirm. So if you want to immediately send them one, you can, but typically 1 day after is fine. And you could choose the same as subscription because sometimes, people live in other countries, other time zones. And if it's 9 a.m. when they subscribe, you probably want to send them the next email at 9 a.m. their time again, because that's probably when they're, checking their emails, or it's a normal day for them, or maybe they check it in the middle of the night and that's typical for them. But if they checked it at that time, typically it's best to send them the same as subscription. You can choose the time to activate. We're not going to worry about that now. And you can click here to make sure that you're compliant with spam. Okay, so this is my typical process when I am setting up an email sequence. So you can, there's so many options. Mailing Boss is honestly one of the most powerful email autoresponders. The problem is, though, is that there's just a learning curve, and that's why it's super exciting that the 5.0 is coming, because they're giving Mailing Boss a new skin. Okay, so it will look differently, but it will be more user friendly. I was hoping that this would hurry up. It's taking forever. So what we're going to do is just save, and then we're going to activate later. Okay, because remember, we don't want to activate them until we're done. So I'm going to click here, and same process. We're going to go to email information. But just so you know, if you wanted to go those 4 steps that we just went through, that's the 4 steps that are listed here. So maybe you're like, oh, I don't want to go through all those steps again. I just need to get back to that last step. You could click here and it'll take you there. Okay, so I'm just going to click here. Let's go to that first step again. And as you see, you don't have to do anything. We're going to click here. We could upload a template, but we're not going to worry about it. We're going to go to our emails. Let's go to email number 2. We're going to say, hi there, whatever it says. We're going to copy, Control C to copy. Let's go back here. Let's highlight all the text. Control Shift V to paste. And it all looks good. And we're going to save and next. And now we need the subject line. So let's go up here to subject. How do AI maps work? And copy. And let's minimize. And let's do this here. And we're just going to leave that as is, because like I said, I don't want to overcomplicate things. This is what you would do. You would just leave it that as it is. Save and next. And you don't really need to worry about this. We'll just save and then activate later. Okay, so let's go to number 3. Start from the beginning. I'm not going to worry about it. Let's paste our 3rd email. Here we go to number 3. We already have our tags there. Control C to copy. And let's go ahead and double click and highlight all the text. And then Control Shift V to paste. And it all looks perfect. So we're going to click Save and Next. Now we need the email subject line. So let's go back up here. How does face recognition work? And we're going to copy and minimize. And we are going to paste and save and next. And everything looks good. So we're going to save and activate later. Okay, so you can see how easy this is. The hardest part is really just making it your own and, learning the process and all of that. Let's go ahead and do 4. We'll do this really quickly and save and next. And let's get this email. So now we're on number 4. So we're going to highlight all the text and we're going to do Control C to copy. And let's double click here and then we'll do Control Shift V to paste. And everything looks perfect. So we're going to click Save and Next. And let's go ahead and, get the subject line. Now see, here's another reason I like to do the headers and footers. Because a lot of times, like you can see this email, it doesn't say insert your link or click here. These are just value-based emails. So if you just have a value-based email, then just having the headers and footers, that kind of does the ad for you without being spammy. So you can just do that, or you can, you can change it. That's the beauty of a template. You can incorporate it however you want to. Your links and the way you want to promote your business. I mean, it's not, it's not set in stone. Okay, so we're just going to do number 5 now. We're going to do email confirm, and let's go to number 5 and highlight and Control C to copy. And we're going to click Save and Next. And we're going to double click and highlight all the text. Control Shift V to paste, and it looks beautiful. And we're going to click Save and Next. And now we need our subject line. AI knows you better than you might think. That is so scary and true. All right, so we're going to Control V to paste, and we're going to leave all that the same. And we're not going to worry about any of this. We're going to do save and activate later. All right, now we're on number 6. Hopefully you guys are getting the hang of it. Let me know in the chat. Is this easy? Is this hard? Are you confused? Are you excited to start building your email list? Let's see, we're on number 6. So let's do number 6. We are going to highlight all the text. Control C to copy. And we're going to do save and next. And let's double click and highlight all the text. And Control Shift V to paste. And then we're going to do save and next. And we're going to get our subject. So let's go back up here. How does AI assist social media? One of the great things about this is people don't really know what to write in emails. And so when you see something like this where it's already done for you, it's really a great teaching lesson. Notice, like, what are they writing in there? What do they consider value in a PLR product? I mean, they create these for a living, right? So what do they put in the email? How's it formatted? How do they start? How do they incorporate the offer? Those are all things that you can learn just by reading the email templates. Okay, so I'm just gonna, it's our last one here. We're gonna do Control C to copy. And let's double click and highlight all the text, and then Control Shift V to paste and save and next. And we're going to grab the subject line and copy. And let's go ahead and paste here and save and next. And save and activate later. Okay. So Kay says, you make it look so easy, of course. I worked on my sequence a couple weeks ago, and it's nice to see them delivered to me. Your review will help me fine-tune my sequence. Yay! Thanks so much. You're so welcome. See, Christy says, your hands-on training makes it so much easier to set up a campaign by following your steps. I'm not afraid of Mailing Boss anymore. Yay, I'm so glad. Okay, I'm going to shrink this down a little bit. Once you have all of this set exactly how you want it to, now all you need to do is click here to activate. Okay. So you can of course you want to double check, all of these settings, but this is kind of like a, hey, are you sure? And it kind of summarizes, when is it going out? When do you want to activate it by? Like maybe let's say that this is a promo offer for a client and you don't want it to activate until a certain date and time. You could put that there. You could also choose, do you want this sequence to send out to them after they've opened a specific campaign, the day of the week, after campaign activation. So again, lots of things I don't want to confuse you with. But for this purpose, we're changing this paused to active and okay. And then we're going to go to the next one. And then we're going to change it to active and okay. And then we're going to the next one, and then change it from pause to active. If you guys ever if you do this and you do not receive your emails when you're testing or, or any of that when you think you're done, 99.9% of the time, it's because these are paused. Okay. So you just want to make this active, and we'll make this one active and the next one active and okay. And then save. Okay, guys. So literally, that's it. That is it. That is how you can create an email sequence. And I do want to give you a little pro hack here, okay? Because everyone asks this too. What do you do once they're done with the email sequence? How do you move them? How do you know? What do you do with them? What I do is I have a list that's called everyone. Okay. So what I do is I have tons of these. I have so many lead magnets and courses, and you guys know we do one a week, right? So not only do I sell them to you guys, but I also use them as my own business, right? To get leads. I mean, I have said since day one, I teach you guys, I hold nothing back. I teach you guys everything that I personally am doing that works for me, because otherwise I would be wasting my time, right? So I do everything that I'm teaching you guys to do. So when I have all of these sequences, but I don't want them to just go cold, right? I want them to continue receiving my emails that I offer once they're done. So this is really, really simple. Let me blow this up so you can see a little bit better. I'm just going to move this up. When you go to the very last email, all you need to do is click this, and then you can do move subscriber. And then when you do that, all you do is choose the list that you want to move them to. Okay. So like I said, I choose everyone, and then I click OK. And then once they're done with this email sequence, it's going to move this subscriber to my everyone email list. Okay. So a lot of people ask that in the RPM too. Well, what do? When your list goes cold, how do you move them and all that? This is a super easy way that I use to organize all of my email sequences and all that. Okay, so I'm just going to delete that. But that is it, you guys. That is how, I mean, literally, I showed you step by step how you can create a lead magnet funnel, how you can customize the lead magnet as your own, brand the funnel, and create an email follow-up sequence, and then even move them to a list so they don't get cold. Okay. So let's say Maria says, position your brand while sending valuable content. Exactly. That's what we want to do. We want to do it. Let me move this over so everyone can see. We want to do it in a non-spammy way. It's not about spam. Okay. It's about building a business, building a reputation. And when you're putting these lead magnets out that's branded to you, that speaks miles of your professionalism, of your design skills, especially if you're trying to promote an agency. You need to prove to your client that you know how to do this. You know how to get leads, and you know how to position yourself, because that's what they are seeking out, for you to be the solution. So Kay says, wow, nice tip of how to move to another list. Yeah, it's super easy, but I totally get how it just seems there's so many options that it's hard to figure out, how do you do it? Shawana says, Oh, that's great. Being able to move them. I had that problem. I was importing them to another list. I guess this is a shortcut. Yeah. And then it's a way to automate that. That's the beautiful part, is automating that move so that you don't have to. You can be like me, and you can have like 100 lead magnets that you have, that you have all over the place. But I can't go in every single day and move those people to a different list, right? I need to automate things, because the purpose of automation is so that you can save your time for the things you can't automate. I can't automate this training for you guys. It needs to be me. I need to show you. I need to be live. That's building my brand. So when I have things that I can't automate, I need to make sure there's only so much time in a day. So I need to make sure that when I'm doing all of my business, I can automate as many steps as possible so that I can save my time for the things I can't automate, like networking and training and those types of things. Okay, Val says this is super. Yay. Okay, guys, I hope that you enjoyed this training. And oh, one more thing. You guys are going to love this. Let me do this here. BA templates. I'm going to give this to you tomorrow, because I'm going to just give you guys a bonus funnel here. All right. So I created this here, and this is for all of our funnels are on the Builder on Marketplace. Okay. So all you have to do is, like I said, this is your URL, additional URL 10. So if you already have your list or your link there, no worries. It's just going to pick that up. But each of these, all you need to do is go to the marketplace, the Builder on Marketplace in your back office, and you can paste your links here. Okay. So this is actually your own store, your own like little landing page store. You can attach to your website in the menu. You can do whatever you want to with it. Okay. So I am going to give that to you guys tomorrow, so that you can have that to start promoting the templates and things. So thank you so much for joining me today. It was another exciting day. I love it. And I will see you all tomorrow face to face for our Friday Q&A. And don't forget, if you're not a Team Vision member yet, you can go to visionmarketinganddesign.com and then click become a team member, and you can join us. So I will see you all tomorrow. Same time, same place. Go make your vision a reality. Bye.